What's up, family? Get this video a big thumbs up if you get some value from this video. As always, I'm just here to let off my authentic thoughts and have an amazing conversation with you guys down in the comments below. And with no further ado, family, let's get straight into it. So the significance of HBCUs and their role in cultural identity. Before we watch this video, family, I want to add a little bit of context so I can preface the conversation, right? So the historical role of historically black colleges and universities, as well known as HBCUs, they hold deep cultural and historical significance. They are a symbol of resilience, providing education and opportunities to black Americans during times of systematic exclusion, right? And for HBCUs, participating in high profile events can serve as an affirmation of their importance and influence. However, it also makes their actions symbolic and subject to public scrutiny as they represent broader cultural and community values. And in this case, performing at an event tied to Donald Trump, a polarizing figure for many in the black community or in black communities, places the band in a symbolic position that some view as contradictory, or I should say hypocritical, to HBCU values if this Mississippi State HBCU perform at Trump's inauguration. So with no further ado, family, check out this video and we'll have a deeper conversation.
Mississippi Valley State University Marching Band, step to the front because I heard that you all were invited to Inauguration Day. So go hang out with the Orange Menace on January 20th and you have a GoFundMe to raise money. The Mississippi Valley State University Band has been invited to perform during the presidential inauguration parade in January. The Mean Green Marching Machine from Mississippi Valley State University has been invited to Washington, D.C. for the 60th presidential inauguration parade. Help us raise $350,000 to make this historic moment a reality. They've got a GoFundMe and they've got a link for more information. Never mind as Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King's holiday weekend to commemorate his birthday. Never mind that Orange Menace Mussolini is doing everything he can to dismantle the Department of Education, to dismantle diversity, equity, and inclusion programs, to dismantle Black and Brown scholarship programs, and to dismantle funding for HBCUs, which you are one of. Now, I love black children, I love black people, I love my HBCUs, but y'all are really going to go perform on Dr. King weekend for that Orange Menace at the 60th inauguration parade? Really? That's what we doing? Okay. As always, y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments.
Boy, ain't that acrylic nail? I was getting distracted. Hold up, family. Y'all seeing that acrylic nail on her thumb right there? That joint was hanging on to a thread. She ain't got no other acrylic nail. Come on, man. If you was going to do this video, come on, man. You could at least took the last acrylic off your fingers now. Come on now. Come on. But anyway, let's talk about basically the political tensions in the Trump factor, right? She said Trump is a menace, right? Policy versus perception. Critics argue that Trump's administration has historically undermined, or I should say crushed, programs benefiting marginalized communities. For example, efforts to roll back diversity, equity, and inclusion initiatives, basically DEI, right? And questionable support for HBCU funding, despite occasional publicized meetings with HBC leaders, right? And the political optics, and when you look at the landscape of this, family, is many believe the invitation serves more as a political strategy to showcase diversity and reduce criticism of racism that genuine support for HBCUs. That's basically where they're getting at, or she's getting at with this more specifically. And this fuels concerns about the ban being used for optics rather than advocacy. And this context magnifies the backlash from those who view participation as approval of Trump policies. You know what I'm saying? So think about it for a minute. What side are you on? You know what I'm saying? Do you guys believe that the Trump administration has totally crushed the HBCU programs? You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to leave that right there as we get into the next video, because I want to talk about strategic versus moral calculations when it comes to the opportunity from exposure for HBCUs from a business perspective, right? So let's get into the next video. Check this out.
Hola, fico matter. Feliz sábado. Listen, escúchame. So let me clear this up. God damn, this ordinary. I got this ordinary lip balm the other day. It's real good. Anyhow. Listen, escúchame. So someone brought it to my attention. That video that I did yesterday. I said Vivek and Elania, they did not want the HB1 visas for the tech people. That's wrong. It's backwards. Laura Loomer is the one who don't want that immigration visa for the tech guys here, but the two immigrants actually do, so that makes sense. See why it's important to do your own motherfucking research and pick up your own breadcrumbs, bitch? Thank you for bringing that to my attention. Second, okay, listen, so there is a HBCU band that got invited to do President-elect Elania and VP Agent Orange's inauguration come January 20th, and they accepted. They're gonna need your help. They gotta go fund me. You don't make her, not me. That's what they want you to do. Now, I think it's Mississippi Valley Tech or University. Do your own fucking research, bitch. This is a synopsis, okay? Don't follow me blindly. So they got invited and they accepted it. I would like to speak to the band motherfucking manager, because, who goes there? Ho, racism. That's who, bitch. So I guess you can change your name to what? Separate and segregation band, bitch. Apartheid acapella band, bitch. The segregated steppers, bitch. Call yourself that, bitch. But at HBCU going to support him. The last time a black person went to support him at his inauguration, I think her name was Chrisette Michelle. Where is she, ho? Done this, not Chrisette Michelle. She's gone. You know why? Because why the fuck would you support somebody who would never support you, bitch? He don't like you. Maybe he got you there for janitorial services to clean up after the inauguration, bitch. But to go and sing for him and think you will be out here and have support from us, no bueno. You understand me? And then though, so they got invited. I'm assuming they going, bitch. It befuddles me. Why the fuck would you do that? Who is the band director, bitch? I guess it ain't one band, one sound, bitch. Ain't nobody speaking up. Why the hell y'all motherfucking cabeza, bitch? Just hollow heads, just the brainless walking around that motherfucker playing drums and just got no brain to go with it, bitch. Anyhow, that's the news for today. Okay, huh? Amen.
Oh man, she mixed the Spanish with the ghetto and the whole. Oh man, but anyway, look at it from a business perspective. I'm gonna take it from a different angle. Could Trump inauguration bring more visibility to HBCUs? Because it's an opportunity for exposure, right? Performing at a presidential inauguration is one of the most visible stages in the nation. Supporters see this as a chance to showcase the university and its talent, attracting donations, sponsorships, or new students, strengthening the institution's reputation to a national scale, if you really think about it. And the moral trade-offs of it is, however, critics argue that certain opportunities aren't worth perceived compromise of values. They feel that associating with Trump could alienate supporters who view him as a anti-ethical to the progress and equity of HBCU's values and which HBCU stands for. So this reflects a larger tension between pragmatism and principles and a recurrent theme for marginalized institutions navigating the broader political landscape, right? And for those who may be like, what the heck is pragmatism? You know what I'm saying? Well, what I'm saying is the attitude or policy of things, right? Because a lot of people feel as though that certain opportunities aren't worth having. And she feel, as you guys can see in the video, that look, as she called Trump a racist, I'm not about to get off my moral ground for what I stand for. And I don't believe that this Mississippi Valley, this specific HBCU, should not go to Trump inauguration. They should just stay pro-black, right? You know what I'm saying? That's basically what I get from it. You know what I'm saying? Comment down below, you guys take on that. But however, just look at it from the standpoint of internal community divisions, right? Think about it. Think about it for a second. Not only could Trump inauguration bring more visibility to HBCUs, but when you have this crabs in the barrel mentality, right? Where the black community, for opposing the band's decision, framing it as a lack of unity and support, This accusation reflects deeper frustrations, right, about how internal divisions can hinder collective progress. Got to do better than this, folks. At the end of the day, you're free to do whatever you want to do when you want to do it. Half of these people wasn't even born in segregation. Half of these people never even experienced segregation. And if anything, the most divisive individuals from an outlook standpoint, from an outsider standpoint, you folks look more divisive and vile and more racist than anything from this video, okay? I'm just taking it and putting my perspective and opinion to it, how I'm seeing it. You know what I'm saying? So just look at the pro-black versus the pro-political standpoint. Let's raise that up for a minute. The debate raises a critical question. Is rejecting Trump-related opportunities a necessary stand for black dignity? Or does it reflect prioritizing political affiliations over community advancement? In the C plus student perspective, basically, would you rather stand and be pro-black, or would you rather prioritize advancing as a community and being bigger than this instead of speaking in this vile, divisive way, but promoting unity and coming together for the better good, and all individuals and all parties basically benefit as the community advance as it gets the visibility as a HBCU? I'm gonna go with the second one from a business unity. I'm all for unity, baby. I don't look at color. I look at the content of your character. I don't care for color. You could be black, white, green, purple, orange. I don't care. That's just my take on it, folks. But some argue that pro-blackness means seizing every opportunity to elevate black opportunities, regardless of the source. Others feel that aligning with figures perceived as harmful to black communities compromises the integrity of the cause, right? And when you think about it, the broader implications for representation, right? The double-edged sword. Representation at high-profile events often brings praise, both praise and criticism. I mean, look, you win some, you lose some, you can't please everybody, right? So for the Mississippi Valley State Band, performing could amplify their platform and inspire pride in HBCU achievements. Simultaneously, it comes with the risk. What reward comes risk, right? Being interpreted as condoning or endorsing controversial figures, such as Donald Trump in this case. So from a legacy standpoint, let's look at it from a legacy standpoint when it comes to questions, right? The choice also affects how the university and band will be remembered. Will history view this as a bold move to seize or stop an opportunity, or a misstep that alienated parts of the community? Comment down below, family. At the end of the day, you got to get out your feelings, man. And to have deep, serious conversations like this, you cannot be doing ad hominem attacks. Got to take your emotions out of it, get the hate out your blood, get the vile divisiveness out your blood. And let's stand for something here. For the common good, for the best interests of all communities. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, check out this next video I want to show you guys, folks. Check this out.
HBCU swag bands, let's talk about it. Belly has got invited to the inaugural for Donald Trump. When do we learn to stand up straight, put our chest out, and stand for what the fuck what we are as people, as a society? Because it's one thing to be invited and everything was to be paid for, everything's to be luxury, and y'all was to get paid or something. But you're not. They're literally slapping your ass around and playing in your face. Playing in your face. Making you feel like, oh, this is a historic moment and this can mean so much. What is that going to really do for you in the band? Honestly, what? If y'all got to go raise $350K to be able to go, what is that going to do for the band? They literally just using y'all just to say, I had a HBCU band. I don't know. I'm not here to tell nobody what political party that they choose, but when your school and everything you're about is historically black, and the person that's the inaugural is for, it's the Ku Klux Klan, bitch. I don't know. I don't fucking know what. I don't know. Because some of y'all black ass voted for him anyway, so hey. What's even worse is so many things that's happening to black people in Mississippi but it's not even spoke of or even talked about. But they want y'all to come play some horns. Fuck. I don't understand. I just don't understand this type of lingo. I just had to come back. I don't understand. Please, somebody make it make sense. Let's make it make sense. Let's talk about it in the comments. I don't give a fuck about accolade when bitches ain't acting right. The fuck?
All right, well there you have it, folks. So let's look at the cultural and economic realities of this whole thing, right? Because I'm looking at it from an objective standpoint, okay? I am trying to be very objective in regards of things, right? And you have to be, right? You have to be to advance just in life, right? You got to take your personal you got to take the personal out of you got to get out your feelings, right? If you want to get things done. And look at it like this, man. Fundraising challenges. The $350,000 fundraising goal, it underscores a persistent challenge for HBCUs. Underfunding compared to predominantly white institutions. This financial disparity often forces HBCUs to make decisions based on economic survival rather than idealism or the ideal thing, right? And the same individuals, look at it from like this then. The same individuals that are saying, oh, they just trying to slap you around or whatever, and they want to say that, oh, they have an HBCU ban there. Well, if successful, the performance could yield long-term benefits because I know this guy isn't you see this guy in the video, he not donating. So the very people that criticize are the very people that won't support the HBCU. Let's be real here. So the performance could yield long-term benefits such as increased donations or national attention. So you want to stand on this dignity, which isn't benefiting y'all and haven't been benefiting y'all for years from a financial perspective, to uphill, let alone be innovative in the community for community advancement. But you want to stand on this pro-black narrative. Because at the end of the day, I don't see race in none of this. I just see individuals coming together and benefiting. And I look at it strictly business. So, however, the immediate backlash reveals the high cost of pursuing such opportunities in politically charged environments, right? I mean, let's be real here. But I'm gonna show you guys this last video, and then we can get up out of here. And I want to hear you guys' perspective down in the comments below. But check this out, man. Check out what she had to say.
By now, you've probably already seen the headlines and the arguments across social media about how Mississippi Valley State University has been invited to play in the second Trump inaugural parade and how they are raising money, asking for your hard-earned doubloons to make it happen, okay? If you're like me, an HBCU alumna times 2, and current HBCU student, then you've seen in multiple groups on Facebook and other places that folks are like, oh, this is an opportunity. I don't see what's wrong with it. Let's just support them. No, it is completely fine to say no. And I reject the framing that this is an opportunity. Sure, in any other circumstance, playing for a dignitary is an opportunity. It is an honorable thing to do. It is your honor, okay? But what happens when the dignitary does not have any honor? What happens? What happens? Exactly.
Exactly. So it's fine to say no. I also remember because back in 2017, I was a White House HBCU All-Star Ambassador. And that was a really interesting time. But I remember the backlash. I remember when the presidents, HBCU presidents and chancellors from 2017 were ridiculed for taking a picture at the White House. I remember Chrisette Michelle being canceled for singing for Trump. I remember Talladega College's band going through the same thing. It's really not an argument. You can say no. You cannot show up. You can actually protest if you do show up. Now,
Protest what? Because what, man? At the end of the day, I just find it very funny. It reminds me of Deion Sanders, football coach, NFL player. He was at Jackson State Tigers football team, HBCU, right? He brought so much visibility to that football team and so much visibility to that college to benefit, revamped the whole, with his own hard-earned money, revamped the whole, locker room, gave them guys opportunities, right? And as soon as he left, be darned if you do, darned if you don't. At the end of the day, nothing lasts forever. But at the end of the day, it just reminds me of how the entitlement have always wanted a leg up. Just like, for example, with Kamala Harris with the whole $25,000 first home time buyer, which is going to raise the cost of living, which the American dream is going to be so way more out of touch with inflation being what it is. You want a leg up and then you want support. But then when it coming from a certain person, I find it funny. You want to pick the hand that you want to be fed by, but at the end of the day, the individuals that say that they want what's best for you don't really want what's best for you and crushing the community. What are we talking about? Anyway, let's continue. Protest what,
used
though?
to be, or maybe used to be is not necessarily the right phrase to use, but the reality is HBCUs do have strange bedfellows. We do. We get our money from who we get our money from, including the federal government and state governments that are not necessarily friendly to us. So it is strange how we get our funding.
That's what I'm saying. You want somebody to be so friendly to you, but you be unfriendly to those who help you. Oh my goodness, man. This is crazy.
It's certainly strange. But in regards to the federal and the state monies that we may or may not get, I used to believe like, all right, I suppose you got to do it in exchange for the monies that you know you're supposed to get or that you could get. You don't want for an unhappy governor or unhappy senator or state's congressperson to not allocate the funds that you so sorely need, right? But then I learned something, actually this past first semester as a doc student, that's unconstitutional. If you're thinking that whatever funding you might get would be lessened because of any type of constitutional right or privilege that you're going to perform, so freedom of speech, for example, freedom to assemble, to protest, for example, taking away.
Oh, I get it. So basically, she's saying go protest for the simple fact of. So go ahead and destroy your opportunity to bring more visibility by turning it into something so negative, so divisive, and so vile, basically, right? So go ahead and protest because we need more money. And if they try to take away from the money from you, oh, that's an unconstitutional right. They can't do that for you. How about this? Back your own college. This very person right here is the same person that will not support or probably don't even donate. And like I said, I use Deion Sanders as an example because they ridiculed him when he left. The problem is they want to be stuck with a lifeline instead of realizing how to get long-term sponsors from a business perspective to actually elevate and actually have a good person. If you want to do what's best for the community, then be a leader in how you do it. So the way that the HBCU is trying to basically lead a certain specific community, because I'm for all college, I'm for all people, but I'm talking about the topic at hand, If you lead by example as a HBCU that is trying to align this certain community that you guys want to have in your university or in this institution, this educational institution, lead by example. Direct the people the right way, not violent divisiveness and entitlement, because that's an indoctrination in itself. Come on, people. We got to be bigger than that. We got to be bigger than that. What is wrong, man? And then quick to run into the Victim Olympics, boy. Oh, that's unconstitutional. But then they give you an opportunity. No, I'm not taking it. I can protest. I want more money. They giving you an opportunity. So you want to pick and choose your opportunity. You want to pick and choose how much money you want to get. Be darned if you do, darned if you don't, right? Look.
Way funding or changing funding because your students did XYZ, that's unconstitutional. Now, going back to folks being dishonorable, okay? I don't put it behind none of these people to try it. And to that, I would say to our alumni, speaking just to us right now, that means we have to step up. If we want for our students to say no, if we want for our band to say no, to not perform, that means we have to do several things. One, put our money where our mouth is, right? That's number one. Number two, that means we actually have to create opportunities for more opportunities, because there's alumni here putting on opportunities for the people, okay? But create more opportunities for them, because jumping at an invitation to perform at the inauguration of Donald J. Trump just because he's president, it's not honorable. It's not. So I've been seeing all this. I'm just like, guys, it's okay to say no. It's okay to not show up. But if you do have to show up, you should do something to mark the occasion. And I'm not saying this as somebody who's saying it from, I'm saying it from a place of experience. Let me put it like that. Actually, let me go find this picture. I'll be right back. I'm a woman of my word. If you do have to show up, mark the occasion. I don't have any regrets behind this picture. And several things happened after these pictures became public. I still have no regrets. So, I got a blast.
So you said all that and didn't even add the context. But anyway, let's talk about the lessons and considerations, man. Balancing, right? This controversy basically highlights the delicate balance HBCUs feel entitled or feel like they should maintain or must maintain between pursuing visibility and safeguarding their values. Decisions like this can divide supporters, making it crucial to anticipate or address concerns openly. And navigating these spaces is the situation reflects broader challenges for marginalized groups and polarized political climates, and aligning with one side often alienates the other, forcing institutions to carefully weigh their decisions. But however, leadership, right? Strong leadership is essential in such situations, and transparent communication about the band's motivations and potential benefits might mitigate some backlash while reaffirming the university's core missions and values, right? So the debate over the Mississippi Valley State University's band performance at Trump inauguration basically encapsulates a broader struggle for marginalized institutions, the tension between policy decisions to gain exposure and symbolic gestures that align with community values, right? And this event underscores the complexities of representation, the influence of politics and cultural identity, and the challenges of navigating opportunities in divisive times. Would you like further exploration of exploring different opportunities while advancing your community? I would. All communities, I would recommend that they do it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. It's just wild to me. However, look, man, I just wild to me, man. I don't. I think they should be more objective and take their personal feelings out of it and really focus on unity. And I'm gonna leave it right there, folks. Let me know you guys' perspective, thoughts, and insights and comments down below. Because from my recollection, I want to put this out there. Trump gave the most funding to historically black universities than any president that I can recall. But let me know down in the comments below. I'm always open to the possibility of being wrong. You may voice your opinions as always, because we just here to have a conversation, right? There's no right, there's no wrong. I stand for unity within itself. Let the love supersede the hate. Spread the peace, love, and positivity, folks. Peace.